sports. When Bryant Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the Condors offense will come out first. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But Bama, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense. They said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots. So obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
Finds his way ahead for three out to the 27-yard line. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And it'll be the Condors will call on their punt team. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Keelan Russell flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before.
And he's in! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun to give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Condors will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to throw. It's right. There's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Got him. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Russell throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Rodgers. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Makes the grab. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Mack. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd and California.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Again, it's Russell. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That defense is about getting off the football. When that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Here comes the option. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. The Condors decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The option look. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's King. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's right. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And it'll be the Condors with the 1st and 10. The give to the back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack part. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Gain of 8 yards on the play is too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got a man, and he'll be brought down.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? 4th down, Austin Mack. Pocket breaking down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Throwing, Matt. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Jenkins. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack.
He's going to throw deep right side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with Minnesota taking on the Northwestern Wildcats.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers.
Turning it on! Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sake.
Snags it, and he's open. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Austin Mack. Finds his man down the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Rides the back and leaves it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's right. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. They'll go play action with Mack. Throwing right. He's got an open man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Mack fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, they'll just find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Tide ready to roll on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing, Mack. Looking to buy time. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The throw to the outside is complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown time!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Leaves it with the back. There's some room. That's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's right. Takes a hit as he fires. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Condors will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give on the counter. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Makes the catch. It's Edwards. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Austin Mack. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Punts it out of the air. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The offense changing the play. Mack. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got some space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And everything on offense working so far, whether it's running it, throwing it, let's get the receivers involved. With the jet sweep game, when you've got speed and you've got athleticism like they have, everything works.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. On the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And it'll be the Condors will punt this one away.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We've got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step 1.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Throwing, Mack. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
The give to the left. Running to Green. Maybe a crease. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Goes to the option. And the defense drags him down. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Condors will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the return. He gets a block. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll keep it on the ground. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Great nickel.